Hello and welcome to Toy Polloi 2, and it's an unboxing video today because I've just received these two boxes. One of them has come from the US and one of them has come from Denmark, and we're going to be opening these today. The one on the left, this is from Matt or Mattsquatch on Facebook. He got in touch with me after I'd done a video on this, which is the Mask Thunderhawk, because he said he made reproduction bombs for it, along with reproduction bits for all sorts of other projects and things like that. And he said he'd send me a couple of bombs, but as you can see, this box is a lot larger than a couple of bombs for this, so there's obviously other bits inside. And then this box here is from Peter in Denmark. Now, Peter actually sent me a box a little while back. If you remember, on Toy Polloi, I restored a Masters of the Universe Fright Zone. Well, that was something that Peter sent to me, and he's now sent me another box, which I believe is more Masters of the Universe stuff. So let's open up these boxes and see what's inside. So, as I said, this one is from the US, and this is from Matt or Mattsquatch Customs. I will put a link to his Facebook page in the description of this video. Yeah, he got in touch with me after I'd done the Thunderhawk project and said that he made replacement bombs, and would I like a set? So I said yes, of course, because it's always nice to see what other people are working on and making. But yeah, this box is a little bit larger than a couple of bombs, so I'm guessing he's included some other things that he is working on over at his website. So let's take a look. Right, what is inside? We've got some bubble wrap. Oh, and then we've got a whole load of little bags of bits. So let me get these bags out and I'll see if there's a note so we can work out what is what. But I can immediately see there are some bombs for the Thunderhawk, and it looks like there's other bits there for various projects. I can see some weapons for Indiana Jones figures as well, and there's some little flaming torches as well, which I do believe are for Indiana Jones. So yeah, let me open all of these out and we'll take a proper look. Okay, so here is what was in that box, and it's all little baggies of bits and all reproduction weapons. They look fantastic, and there's quite a few I recognise. I actually now have an email from Matt listing some of the parts in here, so if I miss some, I'm sorry, but there's so many here. So we've got a selection of pieces. These are a selection of pieces for mask vehicles and some Indiana Jones pieces. So we have here, those are the bombs for the Thunderhawks. I say they look really good. I bought some reproduction ones off eBay. These I think actually look slightly better than those. They are the right colour as well. This is sort of grey metallic material. So those look fantastic. So there's some bombs for the Thunderhawk. I can complete that. Then we have, let me just double check the email that that Matt has sent. So we've got Firefly bombs. So I'm guessing that is the bomb for Firefly. We've also got some weapons for the Cairo Swordsman, which is the Indiana Jones figure. So I've got one of those without weapons. So there's some yeah, Cairo Swordsman weapons. Then we also have, we've got the Stinger mortar, which I'm guessing is that one, and the Gator gun. So that's more mask vehicle pieces. And then we've got some little sort of semi-transparent torches for the Indiana Jones figures, and those look really fantastic as well. I might put that with one of my little custom indies that I made recently. So a whole selection of pieces there. Then over here we have this little baggie, which is all of the snakes to go with the Well of Souls playset for Indiana Jones. So it's all of the little snakes that you'd get with that in a nice vibrant orange. Those are really cool. And then over here I see there's a whole bag of reproduction Star Wars weapons, but all in different colours, so not in the sort of usual colours that you'd see Star Wars weapons. Let me pour some of them out so you can have a look. So yeah, they're sort of all in different colours. We've got clear lightsabers. We've got, oh, that's the little ice cream maker that Wilbur Hood sort of ran around the Bespin Cloud City with. There is a middle leg as well for a R2-D2. I'll grab an R2-D2 in a minute and we can check some of those out. I'll put some of these with figures. So yeah, it's a whole selection of Star Wars weapons, but in different colours. So we've got a Jawa blaster there in purple, and yeah, skiff guard things in black. So they're really nice. I like those. So I'll move those to one side. And what else have we got over here? We've got a few more weapons and pieces. Now, what are these? I might have to check his notes. Oh, there's some more Star Wars. I recognise some of these. So there's some more Star Wars weapons and pieces in there. Sort of modified Star Wars weapons, like custom weapons. Very cool. Then we have a little baggie here, which again has got those, but in a slightly different colour. So these are sort of, yeah, I think they are modified Star Wars weapons that have been sort of customised. There you go, actually the logo for his Facebook page. So it's Mattsquatch Customs. As I say, I will put a link to that in the description. And then at the back here, we have some larger weapons, which look like for 12-inch G.I. Joes and Action Man, because I recognise some of these. So these are sort of Well, that looks very Buck Rogers indeed. So we've got sort of custom weapons. That looks a bit like a phaser from Star Trek. So yeah, good custom. Oh, and that is definitely Buck Rogers. That is the Mego 12-inch Buck Rogers gun. I've got some other cool pieces. So these are all really nice. They are nicely cast, sort of reproduction weapons, but with a little bit of variation to them. Oh, some more back here. These are definitely Action Man, because that is one of the Space Ranger guns. I recognise that. And then there's all sorts of extra pieces for Action Man. So we've got some, oh yeah, look, there goes the deep sea diver, the little tap that goes on the deep sea diver helmet. We've got some hooks, we've got a little pair of pliers there, and all of these magazines and clips to go in the guns. So it is an amazing selection of reproduction weapons that I'm definitely going to be using, because I can see a lot of use for these. There's a nice pistol there as well. Very cool. Let me put a few with some figures so you can see them in action. So I just grabbed a few bits off my shelf just to test out a few of these pieces. So you can see there's a middle leg for an R2-D2. That works really well. This is quite a yellowed R2-D2, so it does look a little bit too pristine at the moment, but I maybe could paint that up to match this one. I have other R2-D2s that are much whiter than this, but you can see that looks really nice, and it's very easy to fit. It just slots there in the hole. So this is a solid dome R2-D2, and it fits very nicely in that. So that was really brilliant. I put a few of the sort of Indiana Jones weapons with some of my figures. So this is the custom map room Indy that I was working on recently, so I put the torch with that. It looks very cool. And then I've also just grabbed a Cairo swordsman, and those fit really nicely as well. These sorts of things are fantastic because these figures are hard to find, and they're incredibly hard to find with weapons, so it's always useful to be able to get replacements of those. And there's the little snakes as well, just dotted around, just to make a little bit of a scene there. And I've even tested the bombs inside the Thunderhawk. So if I turn it over, you can see the bombs both fit. And if I press the button on the back, I believe it's this one, they should drop out. There we go, and they do work. So that is perfect. Thanks ever so much for sending those over, Matt. I was expecting only these, but all of the other stuff is really cool, and I will make use of it in various projects over the years. So thanks for sending those over. Next up is the box from Peter in Denmark. As I say, he'd sent some bits previously over the Fright Zone project. So let's see what's inside here. See if I can get into the box. Well taped up. And yeah, I've got to work out how to open this one. Where am I going with this? Okay, so there is a note. It says, "Hi Dave, a box of broken stuff. Hope you get some fun out of it." And then we've got 4 little panels, which is Skeletor wondering what Dave is up to next. Pondering, thinking. I don't know, I give up, I have no clue. I quite like that, it's really funny. Oh, and there's a little list there at the bottom of what's in here, so I'm not going to read that. Let's go and see straight away what is in this box. Oh, well, I can see some Skeletors, I can see some Grizzlors, and I can see bits for, is that Rio Blast? I think there's bits for Rio Blast that have been painted, or, yeah, got pen all over them. Right, well, let's just take these out one at a time, because I like looking through boxes like this. So, yeah, say Rio Blast pieces. There is a dirty Grizzlor. Oh yeah, really dirty. Something looks like he's almost been burnt down there. Very strange. Then, oh, what's his name? Can't remember his name. Someone leave a comment below if you know his name. We've got Snout Spout missing a leg. I think I may have a leg for him in my box of spares. We have Rio Blast. So, oh, there's some weapons for Rio Blast. So maybe enough there to get one working. Then we've got, oh, what's his name? It's the guy with the tongue. I've forgotten his name all of a sudden. Him, anyway. Oh, look, he even has his tongue. That's a miracle. I don't think I've got one of these with the tongue, so he even still works. Very cool. We have a poor old Hordak missing some legs. I might have some legs for him. Then we have a Skeletor. This is a, well, I'm going to say that is a hardhead Skeletor. But is that a Dragon Blaster one? It's definitely got a hard head. He's got a sort of dark blue body. He's got the bigger feet, so that is a Dragon Blaster Skeletor. Floppy legs. Then we've got the top section, again, of another Skeletor minus his leg. That is another hard head one. I would say it's probably Dragon Blaster as well. And then we've got some other bits and bobs. So what have we here? Well, I'll open these bags in a sec. There's a leg for a Skeletor. We've got the top half of Too Bad there. Then we've got some other bits and pieces. Oh, some other vehicles. Not one I've fixed before. I can't think of the name of that one as well. Oh, a whole load of bits. Let me get the rest of these out and we'll go through them. Okay, I've got everything out of the box now, and I've refreshed my memory a bit because I was a bit, yeah, I couldn't remember some of the names. So that is Clamp Tramp, and there are some bits for him as well. So there's part of his weapon here. It's a bit busted. There's one of the claws is missing, so that could be fixed up. And it looks like there's the Fisto armour there, which is essentially his armour. And as it says in Peter's note, that could be repainted to work. So that's quite a good project. This is Tongue Lasher. I've just forgotten his name, but he's working remarkably well. Often this tongue is missing. So I think I have another one out in my garage in sort of various states of repair without the tongue. So that's him. And it does include part of his weapon, which is a little bit damaged, but there you go. He's got his sort of dragonfly gun. So that's really cool. Then we've got there's actually all of the Skeletors have legs. There's a set of legs for the sort of darker blue one, and then we've got some other legs for the other one. So I've got a couple there to repair. So that's 3 new Skeletors for my Skeletor army. That is growing faster than I'd imagined. I've completely run out of space to store them, so I'm going to have to get a bigger box for all of my Skeletors. Then we have this, which is the Laser Bolt, which is an interesting toy. It doesn't seem to work at the moment. This leg should sort of flip down. There's a button on the back here that you can press, and it's supposed to release, but everything appears to be locked in place, so that needs something doing to it. It's also missing its guns. I've not seen one of those before, so that'll be an interesting one to work on. If I can find some spare guns for it, I might have a go at trying to fix that up and see if I can get it working. I don't understand why it's locked at the moment, but something is not shifting. That button seems to be stuck down. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. So as you can see, it's a whole selection of broken Masters of the Universe figures. They're always things I like to get, and there's lots of projects here, and a few figures I don't have. Actually, I don't have this version of Hordak, so there are well, it's got 3 legs there, so I can fix that one up. And as I say, Tongue Lasher I don't have. So yeah, thanks again, Peter. Really kind of you. Thank you for sending this stuff over. I know I've said before, a lot of people sort of say to me, why do you want broken toys? And I said, broken toys to me is just, this is a pile of fun. If I got brand new toys, they go on the shelf, I don't know what to do with them. You know, they just sit there. Broken toys, I get to really have a go at them and sort of fix them up, and it just gives me a whole new love for them, and it gives me an idea of how they work and how they're all put together. So a pile of broken toys like this is always really intriguing. And actually, I forgot to mention, there's this here. If anyone knows what this is, I've got 2 of these now. These are little sort of standalone He-Man heads. They may be from a game or something. This is the second He-Man head I've got. They're always in this condition, a little bit worn with most of the paint missing. What are they from? If you know what that's from, leave a comment below, because yeah, I've got 2 of these now. I imagine it must be a game, but I don't actually know, so do let me know. So a massive thank you to both Peter and Matt for sending this stuff in. The custom bits from Matt are really looking cool, and I'm definitely going to be using some of those, so do check out his Facebook page. A link to that will be in the description. And thanks to Peter for all the broken Masters of the Universe stuff. That is a whole pile of fun there, and I'm going to certainly work out which ones I can fix up, because I think there's a good few restoration projects in that pile. So thanks for sending those over. If you've enjoyed this video, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified each time I upload a new video. And if you've really enjoyed it, then head on over to my main channel, Toy Polloi, and subscribe there as well. And thanks for watching.